nice, very nice. I like you. I like the sex, it's nice. We have to set up the stage just for a second, and then we can go on with the show, because I've got something special to show you tonight, as I usually always do. There we go. And then we put this here on the top. That's an absolute best stuff that ever happened. Oh. Okay, we'll be careful. We'll be careful. Okay, hello. I don't do that Borat stuff in front of the women anymore. It makes them laugh, but it always finishes in tears. It finishes in my tears, because they always say, "You never get this, you never get this, la 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 la." So I stopped doing it, and I'm used to rejections. It's okay. I know that I'm not the most attractive and young and handsome, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to worry about if you hurt me. I'll just go home and cry for a while. It'll be okay, no problem at all. But the thing that really, you probably know that, I told you that before, I frequently go twice a year to see my prostitute in Grafton. And even she cancelled the last appointment we made, and that really pissed me off. Even though I'm used to rejections. Then, even more recently, I went for a party to Ocean Shores, and finally, a lady took me into her bedroom, and I went down on her, and 7 seconds later, she fell asleep. I mean, I'm really hopeless, I can see. I'm really hopeless. It must be, I think it must be trouble from the childhood that I have, because my mom used to dress me up on Sunday in a girl's ballet outfit, and she would play piano, and I would have to dance one leg. This is probably why occasionally you can find me on Tayegra Beach in the bushes making friends with the really handsome guys. Then my father wanted me to become a barrister like him. Never wanted to be a barrister, never. Imagine me in the court making jokes with everyone, and imagine, even worse, imagine me defending a person that did something to a child. I'd kill count myself before the trial. The judge would probably ask me, "Where is your client?" I said, "Oh, he was on the bottom of the ocean having breakfast with sharks." That's what probably guy would deserve. My grandmother bought me a violin, but I was thrown out of the pensioners club where she was the member, because I jumped on the stage in the nude. I was 12, and I tried to play with my dick, the violin, fiddling around. So I said, no, can't happen. The guy who had the right answers for the girls, for everybody, was my brother. And he's a year and a half younger than me, and unfortunately 4 weeks ago he passed away from multiple sclerosis. But he was just the right guy. He had answers for everything. He knew how to do it. He was a car mechanic, and he looked like this, always nice and clean, white overall, crazy about his Italian cars, always had a nice haircut, always fixing up Fiats and Lancias, and made a lot of female customers very happy, and involved them into a conversation about the engine. Whatever turns women on, unbelievable. They probably saw him, a good-looking guy, and knows his job, and but it's not really a female thing, is it? Like a car mechanic, you don't really see Sally getting out of Repco, meeting Chloe. "Oh, hi Chloe, how are you?" She says, "I'm very good, Sally. How are you? What's that in your hand?" She says, "It's a gasket for Ford Falcon. I got a customer who blew the water hose, and his and the head and everything is cracked. So I'm back in a hurry to the workshop to give him a head job. I mean to machine the head. Yeah, That's what I meant. And inspired. Hello. How are you doing? What's your name?
Chloe.
I just mentioned Chloe. Amazing. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So, inspired by a floating and gliding spirit and soul of my late brother, because he was such a genius for anything that he could do with his fingers, I invented a breakthrough of 21st century for fuckwits like me who have a bad conversation on the date with a girl. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Fufed. You don't have to stand back. It is not going to explode, even that it has 2 clocks. It looks like and sounds like one of these Mohammed al-Fed Al-Qaeda terrorist products. Has a little burqa too, but it's not. And the way it works is when you go on the date and you get your 15 seconds for the answer with a remote control that I'm going to build in, which comes a remote control with a little keyring that represents a naked guy on the nudie beach carrying his penis on his shoulder. It looks like me, which is the proof that I can play violin with my dick. I'm only joking. So you go back 15 seconds and that deletes a wrong answer in a girl's head. And then you have right to answer on her question with the correct answer. So the product also comes with a little booklet which is full of correct answers, questions, wrong answers and correct answers. It's also a manual, so it tells you how to use it. And it comes with a 9-volt battery, which because of occupational health and safety reasons I did not insert in yet, but it is very common. It has something to do with the women. The 9-volt battery and girls' assholes have a lot in common because you know you shouldn't, but you always end up putting your tongue on it. It's model number 1. It's model number 1 that I invented just recently, and if you use it promptly, it can lead you to position 69, which is this. The little dolls that my mom makes in Croatia. So that's a 69er. And after that, of course, position 66, which will be, you know, just it's a wrap-up position. Come on, hurry up and fucking let's go, you know, stuff like that, you know. So you probably thought I'm going to show you something much nicer, like Barbie. I do have Barbie. I do, but I haven't got a Ken. And that's the reason why Barbie, after 55 years of being on the market, why Barbie never got pregnant, because Ken always comes in a different box. See, now you know. So, now, glad that Chloe is here, and she's gonna assist me tonight with a Fufed. We'll say that I'm 20 years younger, handsome, horny, and good-looking guy, and I'm badly hitting on beautiful young Chloe, and we're having a date, and now the Chloe is going to ask me a little question. She's going to be in her underwear. Oh my God! Fuck! I'm very excited.
Tomorrow I have to go to my grandmother's and do windows and lawn mowing.
And the fuckwit says, when you're finished, come to my place and don't forget 6-pack, and the cricket is all afternoon. We can watch cricket all afternoon. Well, that's wrong. That lasted about 15 seconds. The wrong answer. Then we use a remote control, which doesn't work yet, but I'm waiting for Japanese technological experts to fix it up for me. And we go psst, with that psst thing, yes, and then it goes back, and it gives me a chance to say, I'll pick you up at 9:30, we'll go together. You can do windows, and I'll do lawn mowing, and then we can have lunch with Grandma, and then we are free to go. Yeah, good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Next question, please.
I just don't like when people walk around with kebabs and meat pies and eat in the gutter.
And the fuckwit says, yeah, who cares, but don't worry about it, it's Byron Bay. As long as they don't bring it in the taxi, it's okay. That was the wrong answer. The answer to impress the girl is, yeah, I agree, and by the way, I'm vegetarian. Chloe, you helped heaps. I've got a little present for you. It's a bottle. It has 2 key rings too, with a 69er and 66er, and a little money for the veteran. Thank you very much. And just one more thing, the Fufed will give you a list of all correct answers on the questions. It's a stack of them inside. Answers like, for example, yeah, I agree, pornography is bad. Or there is nothing I love more than fucking shopping on Saturday morning. Or, yes, I agree, anal sex is disgusting. Stuff like that, you know? So, but I really hope that I will make success with the Fufed. So it might make me some money, because I didn't manage my brother's funeral, but I hope I'm going to make up some money. And this job was for my brother, and I hope I'll be able to put a candle or some flowers on my brother's grave, and thank you very much.